algebra worth it? If you're trying to solve an equation, you always have to do it algebraically. How else have we done it? What other techniques did you use on the focus problem?
Numbers.
Just numbers, so grinding out numbers or doing it numerically. And then graphically, right? And I'm not even sure on the focus problem, which of those three did you find easiest to understand? The numbers, the algebra, or the graph?
Graph.
Graph, numbers. Anybody find the equations easiest? Okay, the point is, though, is that there's some room for personal preference in there, right? You don't always want to break out the big gun algebra techniques if you can do it with numbers or you can do it with a quick graph. So this lesson is going to focus on when is the algebra worth it? When do you need these algebraic techniques? All right, and we're going to start with the Explore. If you read there, what you've got is a long list of rules. We're going to take the equations, flip to the next page and just glance at it. You have 3 equations on the next page, and we're going to solve those for practice, but we're not just going to do them individually. We're going to have you do them in your group and in a certain way according to these rules. So do not start solving them yet. Listen up first. Here's the rules. All right, you're going to work with your group. You're going to have one piece of paper for your group, and you're basically going to pass it around to your group members, and everybody's going to do one step, pass it on, and the next person does a step, and you keep going like that. All right? What's that? I will not make you build a boat today. Okay, no talking. You've got to let the person do their step without prompting and helping them. Also, the point of that is you've got to get your step clear on paper, right? Not just express it in words. Because on the test, you can't come up to me and say, well, I want to do this next. You've got to, be able to get it on paper. So no talking, do your step on paper. Only one person is writing at a time. Just to arbitrarily pick who goes first, we're going to do the person with the earliest birthday in the year. Not the oldest person, but whoever's birthday is closest to January 1. All right, you do one step, you pass it on. What do you do if the paper comes to you and you notice that the last step is wrong? Erase it, and don't send it back. Erase it and send it forward and have it keep going. But the erasing it is your step. Basically, identifying the mistake and erasing it is your step. Well, you can talk to figure out that. Hang on. All right, also, no calculators. Don't have calculators out. There is, which tells you what? It should tell you there aren't any numbers for which you need a calculator. All right, and I'm going to give you a time limit on these. Now, I don't want you to write in your booklet, because I want you to save the space in your book for when we go through them as a class, that you've got a record of a good way to do them. What I want you to do for now is get out a couple of sheets of blank paper. So somebody in your group can get out 3 blank pages. And also, while you're doing this, figure out who's got the earliest birthday.
When's your birthday?
Wait a second.
27.
Make your desk so that you're in roughly a circle or a cluster so you can pass.
You just don't get it as
Just so it's easy that way. Just like get it on your sheet. All right, are we ready? Paper out. You know who's going first? Andy, I mentioned a time limit. I did. I'm going to give you 3 minutes. So you can't sit there and stew over your step. You got to figure out what to do and pass it on, right? You've got to be able to do these, but you also, for Friday, have to be able to do them in a reasonable amount of time, right? On Friday, if it takes you 20 minutes to do one of these, we've got a problem.
You missed the day. We'll just do what we can do.
You're going to have to do what you can do. And this is not from Monday, so, yeah.
Okay.
It's from stuff we've been doing the whole cycle, so I think you'll be fine. Okay, are we ready to go? Here's the first one. So writing it down, take your turn. I'll leave that up to you. You can write it down and do the first step, and then pass it